Guys, we are so thrilled to have an incredibly funny and talented performer with us today. You may recognize him from Conan. He's going to be the musical sidekick on IFC's new show, Comedy Bang Bang. He's also a good friend of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, Reggie Watts. Hey, Reggie.
Hey.
Thanks for coming.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I want to ask you a few questions.
Yeah, let's do it.
I would like to start with with your early years, and I'm wondering if there's one event from your childhood that has shaped, who you are today as an artist.
I had a really good, intense experience with a camp counselor or a YMCA counselor. They used to pick me up to go to the YMCA, and she was really hot. And she showed me a picture of a guy who got a pebble stuck in his ear, and kind of skin grew over it, and they had to go out and cut it out. The guy, I guess he was just dumb, but I always remember that.
He couldn't.
No, he was dumb and deaf.
Stupid.
Not deaf.
Oh, not deaf.
Not deaf. Just kind of
really
not so.
Stupid.
Yeah, he could have prevented that. So not making fun of someone who's down and out.
Right.
So,
No,
but
just the stupid.
But they cut it out. But the most important thing is the smell of her hair. So I remember that.
What was the smell?
It was like a kind of chlorine mixed with some attempt at covering that up with some shampoo that's supposed to get rid of chlorine smell, but doesn't.
I see that resonated in your work. My second question is, how do you personally, Reggie Watts, battle your inner demons?
That's really hard. A lot of times I try to do it myself. I think we all try to process stuff on our own, there's I don't want someone else figuring it out. Yeah, you want to be your own best therapist. But oftentimes I will play a game of Frisbee, which is good. I will token on a little every color in the rainbow except for not green.
Sure.
But the opposite of that. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes I'll do a lot of push-ups.
Cool.
And push-ups are like core stabilizing exercises.
Absolutely.
And that sounds like I'm saying that.
Do you
because
go to a certain number of push-ups? Do you set a goal and then do that, or do you just
I do 20.
go until you're? Oh, you do 20.
I do 20, and I try to just really plank it out. Really good stiff plank.
Yeah.
And just go for it, and go for.
Do you ever hold the plank at the end?
Sometimes I do. I go for total failure.
Gosh, I'm glad we got there.
Yes.
My third question is from a Twitter follower, and I really want to see someone wants to ask you a question. Phil Burmack wants to ask, do you have a secret talent?
Whoa.
More than you already reveal.
Okay, a secret talent. I guess secret talent.
Is there anything that do you make it? Do you have a cocktail?
Not on me right now. No.
I hate when you make that joke.
Well, I think it's funny. I don't drink.
It's not funny.
You know that's why that's funny.
That's why.
Because
It's
I'm
like you're
I don't know
rubbing
what
it in my
drinking terms
face.
are,
Exactly. Oh,
you know?
I'm taking the joke, but I'm going to make fun of you for drinking. It's like,
are
why?
you serious?
Yeah,
no,
just because you don't doesn't mean you have to do the tail thing and that. Yes,
yeah, but
I
always do the tail thing, and it's okay because it's a funny thing.
You always do it, and it's never okay. It's never okay.
Why is it never okay?
Because it upsets me. And also, if you bring up that YMCA counselor, I've already told you that she makes my blood boil.
I was like 12. I was 12.
I know, and you're still talking about it. Obviously, she meant something to you. I just don't like when you bring her up.
Listen, I'm 25. You're 25-ish, around there. I think at
every
this point,
issue that I have, you just.
You're more mature than I am, and I've always said that because you're a lady, right? A lady human, right? You're human, right? I've always suspected, but anyways, that's not the point. What I'm saying is that sometimes I try to fit in because I don't do stuff that you do all the time. I don't drink all the time. I
don't drink all the time.
I gotta do on my damn channel show. I'm gonna drink a lot before I go on camera.
That's not at all how it's not what happens.
That is.
I just wanted. I was just asking if there's something special that you do. That's.
Why are you you're getting all riled up?
It's too late now.
Maybe too many Jack Daniels before you going on.
That's first of all, I don't drink the brown stuff.
Yeah, okay, brown if it's around. That's what I always heard.
If you could just.
You know what? I'm gonna grab my stuff. Because.
I'm sorry, guys.
This has gotten to a horrible point, and I don't like it.
The show is live, and
I
said there's a few things you could not bring up, and it's
Yeah, well,
everything you just brought up.
First of all, it's not live, okay? Because there is a 2 millisecond delay. So stop lying about that.
The little details you go into all the time to just make me seem wrong, that's what gets me. That's what really gets me.
You know what? Sometimes, life's hard. Sometimes you need to kick back and relax and listen to a little yodeling. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you've been saying that, and you say that all the time.
I do say it all the time because that's what I say. So I'm hired to say. Okay? So
You didn't always just.
Yeah, well, I wish
work
I
for
just
me.
didn't do stuff just like you said too. But listen, this is a song. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Okay, here we go.
I don't know if we went too far with. I don't know if this is gonna work this time.
Yeah, I think it will work.
Baby, Beth, baby. B is the name of your name. Your name starts with a B. Yeah.
That's a good start.
Your name starts with a B, and B is a letter in the alphabet. It comes second, it's not first, but it's close enough, baby. Second is the best. Beth, you are the best at being second, yeah. Woo-hoo. Come on. Grab yourself down, put your down, from the breakdown. Yeah, You feeling this?
Yeah.
Bass line. Yeah, come on. Yo. Beth on my damn channel. It's my damn channel. My damn channel. Beth on my damn channel. Doing the best that I can with the best that I got. I got everything's gonna be alright. If you put your foot down and you take another foot and you take the 2 feet and you put them and you repeat, you'll be moving along. Yeah, Beth. I can feel the rain. Baby, sugar pie, baby. Yo, Beth.
Yeah.
You got great red hair. I love your reddish hair. So beautiful, like you don't care. You got eyes are nice. You can see good. You even like rice with the sushi and stuff. And the smile's real nice. It's really good, huh? It looks good on you. Yeah. Yo, come on, put your hands together. Yo, for the Beth. Yo, put your hands together. Yo, put them together for the Beth. Baby, you're the best.
Thanks, Reggie. Reggie Watts, everybody.